they haven't played as strong of competition, but they have that.
They have that grit.
They have that grit.
First in, last out mentality.
They lost.
I'd let them date my
Ohio
daughter.
State.
I'm chewing on something.
Put
We're
your
all together.
butt down. We can't see your whole face.
We're all.
Shut the fuck
The
up.
winner.
You can't say that.
Welcome to episode 8 of the Red Flag Sports Podcast. I'm Brett here with Connor and Carl, and today we're going to be discussing the bracket for the NCAA men's tournament. Before we start, do you guys have anything to say about any of the sleepers or anything?
Purdue is a fraud.
I am now a Purdue fan without K-State in the tournament.
Purdue is fraudulent. I'm a Memphis fan now.
No.
All right. Well, anyways, the first game is, and we're not going by time. We're just going by left down to the right down, and we're going to go by the games. So first we've got Gonzaga and Georgia State. I don't think any of us really have anything to say about that. It's Gonzaga. We're going with.
Gonzaga doesn't pull a Virginia, hopefully.
That's the only time that one seed's lost, correct?
Yeah.
And didn't Virginia lose to a team
And
that...
K-State made the Elite Eight because of
Oh, yeah, because y'all should have lost. Yeah. Second round, we got Boise State and Memphis.
it. Memphis.
I think it's
Boise.
gonna be Memphis, just because Memphis is like a huge sleeper. I think they made it to the finals in their conference tournament, correct?
Yeah,
Versus Houston. They lost, but all in all, Memphis is better than Boise State. Next round, we've got Connecticut and New Mexico State.
UConn.
Yeah, New Mexico State isn't a horrible team, but Connecticut is obviously better in a lot of ways.
UConn has to be good at something. It isn't football.
Yeah, for real. Hey, they're good at women's basketball. I've never seen them outside the top 10. Next, we've got Arkansas and Vermont. I'm going to have to say Arkansas here.
Vermont is a huge sleeper. My sleeper.
Are you seriously going to take them over Arkansas?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You should look at Arkansas's losses.
I will right now.
They've lost against good teams. They're in the SEC though.
Are we talking about Vermont or Arkansas?
Is Vermont in the
I
SEC?
was about to say. What?
No. But yeah, Vermont is decent, but I don't see them beating Arkansas. But part of me says no, but part of me says I haven't seen Arkansas beat a ranked team. Not at least that I've watched.
They beat Kentucky.
That is true.
They beat Tennessee.
They're 1-1.
They beat Auburn.
Also a fraudulent team.
Yeah.
They beat LSU when they were ranked.
He's got a point. Arkansas is the better team here, so we're gonna go with Arkansas.
But don't be surprised if Vermont wins.
Alabama versus for the playing game for the 11th seed, I picked Rutgers. Rutgers isn't that bad of a team. They are not that bad of a team, and they beat ranked teams too.
They're better than Notre Dame.
Yeah, they're better than Notre Dame.
Well, they're better than Notre Dame, but not better than Alabama.
We never
I don't
said
know, but
we're picking Rutgers over Alabama.
I would.
Yeah,
I don't like Alabama.
That's what
I don't
I'm
like
thinking.
Alabama, and Rutgers isn't that bad of a team, and Rutgers they've done good against ranked teams, so I'm gonna say that Rutgers.
But we
wins
shouldn't
that.
even have to question if Rutgers is in to play against Alabama because 12 seeds shouldn't be in playing games.
That's the 11. But still,
11.
But yeah, no, they shouldn't do that. But yeah, I'm gonna say Rutgers over Alabama. Is that a good?
No.
Yeah.
No.
2-on-1. I love having 3 people because then we can 2-on-1 against you. Rutgers. Next up, we got T-Tech and Montana State. Do any of us have to say? Do we have anybody?
Texas Tech should be a 2 seed,
T-Tech
not a
is like
3
seed. One of my sleepers to make the Final Four.
T-Tech is a pretty good team. They beat KU. They beat Baylor. I'm pretty sure.
Chris Beard
I don't know
wasn't a
about that.
bad loss.
Texas Tech is one of the best defensive teams in the country. It just, if there's a team on them and they start scoring, and if they find a way around the Texas Tech defense, their offense can't keep up with other teams' offenses. So Texas Tech is a good team, and I see them going far. But if there's a team, any team, it could be It could be Montana State. It could be anybody like that. If they find a way to get through the Texas Tech defense, they're beating you. And that's all I have to say. Next, you got Michigan State and Davidson. Michigan State's a good team, but honestly, here I'd say Davidson.
Davidson put up a big fight in their conference championship. I watched it against Richmond.
Yeah.
But they played Richmond in their conference championship, and Richmond shouldn't have won that, but Davidson is really good.
And of course, they're only 2 away from each other. Michigan State is ranked 36 by net rankings, and Davidson's ranked 38. Michigan State's record against top 25 teams is 4-8 though. 4-8. That's 1-0, but they still beat.
Yeah.
Michigan State had one of the hardest schedules, however. Davidson puts up more points with allowing less, so that's why I'm going to go with Davidson here.
There's going to be a lot of
Davidson also
upsets
plays
in this.
So I could see that one
first
going either
round.
I could see it going either way, but I think we're going to go with Davidson here.
Like Davidson played nobodies.
There could be a lot of upsets in this first round.
But so did
this could
Gonzaga.
be one of them.
But there are ones.
If they actually win.
Davidson didn't lose that many. Duke and CS Fullerton. I'm going to go with Duke here. Coach K is going to make a huge. I don't think they're going to go that far. I don't really like the 2 seeds this year.
The pressure's going to get too high for them.
Yeah, they're going to fold later on, but I don't like any of the 2 seeds in the tournament this year. I don't see any of them like upsetting a 1 seed.
I mean, maybe Villanova.
I like
No.
Kentucky.
I like Kentucky and Villanova.
Kentucky, I don't like Villanova. I don't like Duke. I don't remember who the other. Auburn. Yeah, no,
I like Kentucky and Villanova.
I think Purdue and Auburn are both fraudulent teams, but I think Purdue's better than Auburn, and Purdue's a 3 seed and Auburn's a 2 seed. Auburn, but anyways, Duke. Back up to the top, Arizona, and I said Wright was gonna go on instead of I don't remember what the other team was.
Sure.
But Arizona obviously wins. It's just a 1 seed thing.
Yeah.
There's nothing really to say about that. Seton Hall and TCU. Seton Hall and TCU is going to be a really good game. Like, honestly, one of the best tournament games.
TCU.
But TCU is better. TCU's played better teams. TCU's beat better teams. TCU's beat Texas Tech one time, and
KU.
they beat KU. They lost to KU in the conference tournament.
But
Yeah.
they beat KU.
But they beat KU in the regular season. They beat Texas Tech right after that. Yeah, they're not going to make it. They're better than Seton Hall. I'm just going to say that. Next, this one's highly debated. Like, UAB over Houston. I'm going to say
I'm taking UAB.
UAB is. Houston is one of my teams that I don't like.
Houston is fraudulent.
Houston, Auburn, and Purdue are my 3 fraudulent teams, and UAB is better. Okay, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I have
It
UAB.
could go either way.
I have UAB winning this one.
This is gonna be one of those prime upset possible games.
Next, we have Illinois and Chattanooga. Illinois. Chattanooga is like a nobody team.
They shouldn't be a 13 seed.
They're not great. They don't put up that many points a game.
Illinois is in one of the best basketball conferences in the country.
Yeah, and Chattanooga is in one of the worst. So
yeah.
It's most of the teams that are going to move on from the first round are the ones that are in harder divisions and harder conferences because they know how to face competition in big stages. That's like TCU. That's why they're going to win.
Like Chattanooga's net ranked.
Illinois fell short against Indiana, who is another. We predicted them over Alabama.
Next we have Colorado State and Michigan. Now, Colorado State isn't bad, but I could see Michigan winning this one. I see Michigan winning this one just because they're in the Big Ten. Again, this is another one of those games where I'm gonna have.
What's Colorado State in Mountain West?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm gonna have Michigan State winning this one is because Michigan State's in the harder division. They've played harder teams. They don't.
Wait till Steph
Well, he had them going all the way.
Yeah,
he had them
has
winning.
a 6 seed. Colorado State have winning the whole tournament.
Let me put that
Talk
in.
to us about that in the comments.
Next match is Tennessee and Longwood. I don't think any of us really have anything to say about that.
Who is
Tennessee.
Longwood again?
What conference are they in?
I don't even
Like,
know
what
that
even is that?
Big South
Yeah, but the
something.
SEC, Tennessee's in the SEC. They're 7-5 against top 25 teams. They have one of the hardest. They had one of the hardest schedules this year. They put up good numbers and have a pretty good defensive team. There's no chance that Tennessee loses here because Tennessee is way. I think they should be a 2 seed, to be honest.
Tennessee, yeah.
Yeah,
Tennessee over like Villanova, I could see.
Yeah, I can see that.
and Brett had them going all the way. In
Yeah,
his
I had
red
Tennessee
flag
in
bracket.
my bracket. I had Tennessee winning the whole thing. Tennessee beating Kansas in the Final Four, and then winning against like it was either UCLA or one of those type of teams. Yeah, for real.
And then Ohio State and Loyola Chicago.
Loyola.
We're going with Sister Jean in this one. Ohio State
Do
is
we remember?
Loyola's ranked higher for net rankings. They haven't played as strong of competition, but they have that.
They have that grit.
They have that grit.
First in, last out mentality.
They lost.
I'd let them date my
Ohio
daughter.
State lost to. They were a 2 seed last year, and
They lost
Here's the
to
thing.
the Oral Roberts.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
State was.
Ohio State, they've done pretty good against unranked or with ranked teams, but Ohio State, I think Loyola wins this one just for the one time.
Just for one time.
I don't think they'll
To
make
the
it.
Final Four. Loyola.
No, I don't think they're gonna make it out of the second round. But Loyola, I can see.
Sister Jean's not gonna let them go
Next-
out without winning a game.
Next, I don't see any problem with Villanova winning here.
Villanova over Delaware.
Yeah. Next, we got Baylor, obviously over Norfolk State.
All right, UNC and Marquette.
That's a good game. That's a good game. All right. Let me. So Marquette is ranked
It's
net ranking.
Marquette, not Marquette.
I like Marquette. UNC's ranked higher, but UNC is 2-4 against top 25 teams, and Marquette is 6-6. Marquette had the stronger schedule too. They don't put up quite as many points, but they allow less. I like UNC here, but I might lean
I
towards
like
Marquette.
Marquette.
What are you thinking, Carl?
It's really a toss-up game. All these 8 and 9 seeds. I would probably go with Marquette.
Yeah.
because
Now this next one's interesting. If it's
They're in the same conference, and North Carolina's tortured them all this time when they were good. Then next up,
We picked Indiana over.
but if it's Wyoming,
no.
they lose. But
No.
if it's Indiana wins.
no,
I don't think so. Indiana is 3-7 against top 25 teams.
St. Mary's beats Wyoming, but I'm not sure if they beat Indiana.
St. Mary's is 1-2 against top 25 teams, but St. Mary's beat Gonzaga.
this is why.
Gonzaga, who does Gonzaga play?
This is
St.
why
Mary's?
12 seeds shouldn't be playing games. I think St. Mary's wins
Yeah,
either
I think
way.
St. Mary's wins either way.
I don't know. I could see Indiana
We're
beating
going-
They got a hard-fought win over Gonzaga.
over Gonzaga.
Okay, now UCLA and Akron, I don't see anything stopping UCLA. Jaime Hawkins is one of my favorite players. I love him. Texas versus Virginia Tech.
I
I think it's Virginia
beat
Tech.
Tech.
here.
Yeah.
I think it's
I-
Virginia Tech just because they showed that they can beat ranked teams
Yeah.
and better teams in the tournament. They're super hot right now. They're
You never know how Texas is gonna show up,
Uh,
whether it's on the
they-
basketball court or the football court. Their players don't really care.
Texas is a good team. Don't get me wrong, but Texas they lost to TCU and Virginia Tech.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And Virginia Tech had like 3 straight wins against like ranked teams. So I'm gonna take Virginia Tech in this one, just because I think Virginia Tech's the better team.
Purdue.
Yale over Purdue.
Look. The record: V-Tech is 2-3 against top 25 teams. Texas is 3-8. And Virginia Tech puts up more points. They allow more, but they put up more. Purdue is going to beat Yale.
Yale's beating Purdue.
Tell me where
No,
you get
Yale-
this idea
okay.
that Purdue is fraudulent.
Purdue because
Okay,
they
lost.
to good
They
teams.
lost to Iowa. Lost to Wisconsin.
Well, Big
They lost to
12,
Michigan State.
but
They lost to Michigan.
not suck.
They lost to Indiana. Give me a sec.
Purdue is going to make it.
They lost to Rutgers.
Okay, listen.
No.
Stop.
Rutgers
Shut up.
is in the tournament.
Okay, cool. Fraudu is gonna win this game against Yale because Yale is. They're not a sports team. They are not a sports college.
They're in the tournament.
They're an Ivy League.
Yeah,
they're only in
my
the tournament
God.
because they won their
one
league.
Ivy League has to be in the tournament.
They
That's
won their
automatic.
conference. They beat Princeton, Murray State, and Stanford.
I'm San Francisco.
I am too, but I don't know. Here, let me look.
I'm
at
a big proponent for Murray State's coach
Ooh.
coming to K-State.
Ooh. I don't know. It's going to be a really close game. Their net ranks are literally back-to-back, 21 and 22. They both haven't beat a top 25 team. San Fran had the harder schedule.
Neither of them play top 25 teams that often, too.
Well, no. But
for some reason, San Francisco just played a bunch in their non-conference games.
San Francisco has had a harder schedule. I'm going to take San Francisco here. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to take San Francisco here.
And then Kentucky over St. Peter's.
Yeah, Kentucky over St. Peter's. Obviously, Kansas over Texas Southern. Yeah.
And then Creighton over.
I don't know.
San
No.
Diego.
Time out. Look at the look at the net rankings. Now, Creighton's played more top 25 teams, but San Diego State had the harder schedule. They allow less points, or they allow way less points. San Diego State is such an underrated team because of how amazing their defense is. I'm going to go with San Diego State.
I feel like you have to pick an 8 seed because both of those seeds are neck and neck, but they're basically 500 against each other in the tournament.
Iowa over Richmond, though.
Yeah, Iowa over Richmond. That's an easy one.
South.
I could see South Dakota State beating Providence. Just because they play in a bad division. They probably play Gonzaga.
There's a lot of weird matchups in
But
the
they
West.
score 87 points per game.
But against
I don't know. They're not in a great. Yeah, they're not in a great.
There's a lot of hard
This is one of those.
matchups
This
to
is another
predict.
one of those very predictive.
I would say the Iowa Richmond one was too, but
but Providence, South Dakota State is very looked at right now because everyone's saying South Dakota State's a very underrated team, and I'm going to agree with them here and say that they beat Providence. Providence is not a bad team, but they were ranked 11 and lost to I think it was Creighton. Creighton smoked them.
which Creighton is beating San Diego.
Creighton's not a bad team, but San Diego State's better. So I'm going to go with South Dakota State upsetting Providence there.
And we got LSU, Iowa.
this
LSU
is one of
Iowa.
the worst matchups.
Yeah, for real.
I hate
They both suck. LSU is one of the worst 6 seeds out here. Texas, Alabama, and Colorado State. You're going to tell me that LSU is as good as those?
And Iowa State shouldn't be in the tournament. They had some good games, but I don't think they should be in the tournament.
LSU's better.
Just take LSU.
I'm going to take LSU here because
Just
both
'cause they're
teams
the
suck.
higher
They're going to
seed.
lose in the second round.
All right.
Anyway. Colgate over
My
Wisconsin.
case for Colgate.
over Wisconsin. Colgate is...
Wisconsin. They lost to Michigan State, Nebraska, and beat fraudulent Purdue by 3. I really want Colgate to win this.
I really do. I honestly think they have a slight chance, but moving on, USC over Florida. I don't think anybody
That's
has
Miami.
Florida. Okay,
And then
Miami's not bad, but I love USC. I don't know why, but I think that they're better than UCLA, even though they lost to them twice. I don't know. I like USC, and then Auburn, even though they suck, they're gonna.
I've honestly picked them over Jacksonville State in a couple of mine because they suck, and Jacksonville State would pull off a rare 15 over 2 seed win.
Just like the old
Auburn. No.
Roberts.
Look, Auburn is fraudulent, but they're not that fraudulent. Come on.
They might be.
No, they're not. So back up in the West, we have Gonzaga and Memphis.
I want
love
Memphis to win this.
I want Memphis to win, but it's going to be Gonzaga, obviously.
Connecticut,
UConn over Arkansas.
UConn, yeah, I have UConn over Arkansas.
If
Self-explanatory. Rutgers and Texas Tech. Texas Tech is a sleeper to make it.
Final Four.
And Duke over Davidson. Do we have that too?
Yeah.
Next we have Arizona TCU. I like TCU.
I really do like TCU.
I really do like
But you
TCU.
gotta give it to Arizona.
But yeah, for sure. Their net rank is 2. 5-2 against top 25 teams. I mean, TCU had the harder schedule, but like in points, Arizona smokes them. TCU might have the better defense here, but Arizona wins this game.
Illinois is a sleeper.
Illinois is a
championship
sleeper,
team.
but UAB isn't that bad.
They're not beating Illinois.
They're not beating
Illinois,
but they're
is
not that bad of a
winning
team.
this game.
Yeah, Illinois wins this game. Obviously,
Then Tennessee over
Tennessee and Michigan.
Tennessee.
I like Tennessee here, and Loyola Villanova. I like Villanova. Loyola is a good team, but next we've got Baylor and Marquette. I could see Marquette upsetting you.
They're not going.
They're not going to. No, but hear me out. Baylor loves choking, right? They're not going back to back. If you say that, you're done. They shouldn't even be a 1 seed.
They're not making it out of the Elite
They
Eight.
shouldn't
If
be
they
a
make
1
it-
seed.
If
No,
they make it out
shouldn't
of
be
the
a 1
They should be a
seed.
2
If
seed.
they make it out of the Sweet 16, they're not making it out of the Elite
Okay,
Eight.
but anyways, Baylor wins that game. UCLA over St. Mary's.
And that'll be Baylor's demise.
VTech over Purdue.
No.
Yeah, no.
Oh my God.
Purdue and Kentucky win those games. Virginia Tech's good, but they're not going to beat. They're not.
Purdue is a Big Ten team that has quality losses.
VTech.
Quality losses to
Shut up. VTech is a good team, but they can't guard Jaden Ivey. They're not going to be able to keep Jaden Ivey in check. VTech doesn't have the greatest defensive team. Kansas over San Diego State.
Iowa.
I don't know. No, hold on. I don't know here.
Oh my God.
I don't know here. Iowa sucks against good teams.
So South Dakota's 0%. Iowa's like 28.
Get ready to hear the Big Ten spiel.
Oh yeah. LSU and Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
LSU sucks. And then USC upsetting Auburn.
USC!
I don't like Auburn.
Auburn is out already.
Yeah, see, I don't like Auburn. I didn't really like the 2 seeds this time. Gonzaga and Connecticut.
Gonzaga.
Yeah, Gonzaga's winning this one. But Texas Tech is going to beat Duke.
See, Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Duke is going to fall apart.
Dude.
The pressure of this being Coach K's last run is going to get to
And
them.
you think it'll push them to do more, but it's actually going to
It's
make
just
them
going to
fall.
make them fall apart.
I don't like
Texas
the
Tech.
I don't like the 2 seeds either.
They
I
really
don't like the 2
have
seeds.
a great team. Duke doesn't. They don't have some like obvious players on their team that are that great.
I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's projected number 1.
Duke
Duke doesn't have any good players. Duke doesn't have.
I
any
didn't
good,
say that.
Duke doesn't have any good players. Just the number 1 projected pick. Just the number 1.
That's a weird way to
Pistons
say
aren't-
Ochai Abaji.
Exactly.
Okay.
Anyways, moving on.
But Texas Tech is still going to win that one. Moving on, Arizona, Illinois. I could see this going in either way. I have
Arizona.
Illinois is my sleeper team. Illinois is one of my sleeper teams this year.
Yeah, how many Pac-12 teams are in the tournament? Arizona
3.
and
2.
Well,
3.
think about it this way. Look. This is why I'm saying Illinois is better here. They're 4-4 against ranked teams. Arizona's 5-2, but Arizona played a lot of the lower
Big
25s.
Ten.
Oh
And he
my
plays
God.
for the Big Ten.
They're
They
bloody
play-
bastards.
Shut up. They've played for the Big Ten, 28th ranked schedule. They are severely
Oh my
outranked
God.
in points, but they have similar defenses. I say Illinois wins this one, but
It's because Arizona never played any good defenses.
Arizona,
in
they're in
the
the Pac-12.
in the Pac-12. Yeah, the Pac-12 doesn't have any good teams.
it has a couple. But anyways,
Tennessee.
Tennessee over Villanova. Villanova.
If Illinois keeps going, K-State's definitely not getting Brad Underwood.
No.
I want Brad
But
Underwood.
Tennessee.
Obviously, we want Brad Underwood, but
Tennessee is a solid team this year, and they should be a 2 seed anyways. Moving on, Baylor and UCLA. Baylor loses.
UCLA
yeah,
Baylor
this
loses.
is-
beats the Chokers.
Speaking of chokers,
Kentucky!
Kentucky over Purdue. Suck it. That's 2. That's
Purdue
2.
is fraudulent.
Iowa and Kansas. Kansas is beating Iowa here. Kansas is going far.
As he's wearing the Kansas shirt.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, Wisconsin and USC. Now
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. I don't know.
No, it's Wisconsin.
I don't know.
Easy.
Why? Because they're a Big Ten team.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Wait. You said there's no good teams in the Pac-12. You've got UCLA, USC, Arizona.
That's 3. That is 3. That is what I said. There's 3 teams
out of
in the
12.
Pac-12.
3 out of 12.
I said there was 3
Okay,
teams
so
in the
we'll go
Pac-12.
Wisconsin there, all right? Now you got your Elite 8.
Illinois.
No. Gonzaga and Texas Tech. Gonzaga's losing.
Texas Tech.
Gonzaga is losing here.
Gonzaga's
Texas Tech,
a really weird team this year.
because they're a 1 seed, but
They play
who have
nobody.
they played?
They play nobody.
But now they're going to get a reality check from Texas Tech. who
They already
plays
got one from St. Mary's.
by 10 points. Next, we've got Tennessee and Illinois.
Illinois.
Tennessee.
Illinois.
Tennessee, by far. Tennessee is the better team here. Look, they both have a low chance of making it because they play 1s and 2s. But Tennessee is ranked a 7-5 against top 25 teams. One of the hardest schedules, and they have a great defense. I like Tennessee here. UCLA and Kentucky.
Kentucky.
I could see
Kentucky.
UCLA winning this one.
Kentucky.
No.
Oh my god.
Because Kentucky.
He's trying to make the Pac-12 seem better than it is.
No, look,
Kentucky
main
beating
point.
UCLA.
Whatever.
Wisconsin.
Kansas over Wisconsin.
Big Ten power. Wisconsin.
Agree with me. Agree with me.
Carl, you're
Wisconsin.
stupid.
I just
Kansas is
have
better.
to.
Abaji is like
Yeah.
the best player in the nation. I don't care. I'm not accepting arguments.
Yeah. Abachi's gonna put up 30 this game
Exactly.
and whoop Wisconsin. Final four.
Don't be surprised if Wisconsin wins, though.
All right,
Final four. Texas
Tech
Tech
or Kentucky.
and Kentucky. I don't like either of them. Like
I think I like.
I had
Texas
I like
Kentucky
Texas Tech
winning it all in one of my brackets.
I have Texas Tech winning it here. Now, Kentucky is a good team, but Texas Tech is one of the best defensive teams in the
Oh
nation.
my god. You have to be able to put up points though.
They can put up points, but defense wins championships.
Oh my god. Shut up.
It depends on
The
what
best
kind
defense is a good offense.
It depends
Texas
on
Tech
what
has
kind
the
of
best
game they
defensive
come out
team.
with.
Texas Tech
They
has
came
the
out at the K-State game, first game, with a terrible effort, and that's why they lost to K-State.
That's just all the Texas
So-
teams.
So if they don't come out with a good effort, it's going to
Everything's
be
bigger in
Kentucky
Texas, including their
easily.
egos.
Yeah, for real. So I'm gonna take Texas Tech there. I don't know about you guys.
Kentucky.
Well, he said
I'm
Texas.
taking Kentucky.
All right. Kentucky versus Kansas is a good team here, but I don't know if they make it. I'm gonna let you guys decide that. I like Kansas here.
I wonder why you like Kansas.
No. Okay, look.
I don't know. I really do want to.
They're very close. They both play in two of the best conferences. Kansas's net rank is 6, and Tennessee's is 8. Kansas is 6-4 against their top 25. But you got to figure in that the top 25 teams that are in the Big 12 are like 28 and 14 or something like that.
Wasn't Baylor like 10?
Baylor was like 10, and then they moved up. They were like 8. Texas Tech was like 13, and then Texas was like 20. But Tennessee had they played like Alabama and stuff like that. who
Jaguars
were
signed
ranked-
Christian Kirk.
Who
Yeah.
are ranked at 25. At 25. So I have Kansas winning this one, not because I'm a biased Kansas fan, but because Kansas puts up more points.
Oh my.
They put up more points. They're a more efficient team. What players does Tennessee have?
They don't have the body.
They don't have
Kansas.
Kansas, Kentucky. That's like a.
The KUs versus the UKs versus the British.
All right.
I don't know.
UK versus Kansas. They're the 5 and the 6. It's a really good matchup. Kentucky absolutely sucks massive wiener against top 25 teams, though. I don't want to put Kansas winning because it makes me look like a biased Kansas fan. But they're better. Kansas is better than Kentucky.
Just put Kansas.
What are we thinking scores?
Isn't Brown projected to go like 19?
I don't think he's supposed to go that high, but he's projected late first round. The total combined, we'll say, I think it's going to be
137.
Why? I think it's going to be like 64, 61.
Is that not total? Yeah,
It
it's
is.
total.
64, 61, which would be 125 points.
I was gonna say 80 apiece, 160.
We'll go in the middle. We'll go like 135. And there you go.
Perfect graphic complete. Warren Buffett, run me my money.
I hope you enjoyed Make sure to subscribe. Follow the Instagram.
I don't post on my Twitter because I have like 3
We'll
followers
have
on
a
it, and
lot
one of
more
them's me.
We'll have a lot more content coming up. These are the brackets in pictures so that everybody can see what they look like. But yeah, see you guys later.